Hello. Greetings. The camera's there. I can't. It's hard to see it. All right. Hello, everybody. Can't see myself today, but I am pleased. We have a very good show today. It took a little while, but it will be a good show. So let me see here. Just give me half a second, sorry. Okay, here we are. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Sirens. Sirens is part 2 of Islands. It's a rerun of Islands, but this time, this is what I wanted to do last time. As you can see, that's Wheels. That's a show planned for the future because it's pretty ambitious. We want to do a trivia, like a 1980s, 1990s trivia. Some of it will be Degrassi trivia, but I get it that no one except Erica Douce understands that. So possibly there'll be some other stuff. Anyway, so let me see, put that down there. All right, so you can start the Islands video. We have live video this time. Hopefully it translates well. No, excuse me. All right, we good? Okay, excellent. All right. These islands ain't making sense unless I somehow travel around the Cape again. Foams through the fog, foams in the dark, forms out approach, carved out of smoke, inviting me to disembark. These islands ain't making sense. I'm tired and cold and only think of making land. I hear the sound of violin bands. Their melodies are calling me. I rest my head in my hand, and I see an orange penumbra frame the drink in my hand. Golden light suffusing melting ice assumes the force of a command. Enjoy your life, it's alright, you can close your eyes. But no, I can't give in. If I fall asleep tonight, I know I freeze on the bridge. These are not ports, just sailors' dreams, ephemeral as sunsets or entertainment magazines. So I look onto the stars, ignore the swell of the sea, anticipating siren songs. I memorize Phoenician sailors' creeds. The harbor waits these islands. The song's called Islands. Still a work in progress, 75%. All right. I love all of you. Welcome today. I'm feeling already in a happy mood. There's a lot of peace that's come upon me since the last show. And I think some of it has to do with having finished these videos. Some of it, I have to say, has to do with the fact that I got nicotine vape. Apologies to my mother. This is supposed to be a show for her. Mom, watch this video, okay? I love you. I hope you're watching. I hope Dad's watching. This is for my father. There's a robin in the yard and it's looking at my dad, and my dad is looking back and he's feeling kinda sad. Seasons change, spring arrives, everything is more alive. But my father had a stroke and his right half is paralyzed. There is something to a man that is more than what he says, that is more than what he does, but that's probably for the best. 'Cause a blockage stopped the blood flowing through my father's brain, and his body threw some tools it needs for speech out in the rain. Why do robins always sing with the coming of the spring, in the absence of a master plan, overseen by no one worth a damn, in the face of such incompetence? Perhaps they simply sing because they can. I've seldom seen my dad. I have seldom seen my dad without a smile and a laugh. He is seldom less than tender to the folks that cross his path, and the warmth in his eyes lets you know you're understood, lets you know you've been accepted and that everything is good. There is something about birds that I love to understand. They so rarely change their songs, irregardless of events. Hopping around garbage, sludging through an oil slick, waiting patiently for food until they leave their nests. Why do robins always sing with the coming of the spring? Do they act as nature's diplomats, singing life goes on, and that is that? Half admitting there are bugs to fix, and slightly mad by nervous ticks, building castles out of broken sticks. This life is for the birds. This life is for the birds. This life is for the birds. That's for you, Pop. Hopefully you can see the videos. What do you think? Are the images coming through clear? Very good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try something that is ill-advised because I've been wanting to play Sailing by Christopher Cross because it's a song that my brother really liked. And it's a simple song to play. It's in open D tuning. Hold on. Yeah, no, no. There we go. Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away and find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. It's not far down to Never Never Land. No reason to pretend. And if the wind is right, you can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Just a dreaming, dreaming a wind to carry me, and soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing. All caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. Won't you believe me? Sailing takes me away to all that it could be. Just a wind and a fountain to carry me, and soon I will be free. All right. That was for my brother, Tyler. Tyler, I know you heard that. I love you. Okay, what am I putting this guitar down for? All right, we got a packed show. They just keep throwing them at me, these songs. It's my obligation to play them, so let's see here. All right. It'll be nice when I get my second guitar back again, because when you're doing stuff in different tunings like I'm doing now, very hard. Just nice to grab I have tuning anxiety. Some people have, peeing anxiety. They can't pee in front of other people. I have very difficult. So anyway, try to bear with me. I mean, I've heard some people like Jesse Hutchinson appears to prefer the tuning, so that's good. I mean, Ravi Shankar, it's not uncommon if you would go see an Indian musician that you would sit there and listen to them tune for a half an hour, and they'd improvise as part of the show, but that's part of what you're paying for, so, that's that. Trying to have a positive attitude, don't be bitchy. So also, Nick Drake's live career, his live career was, among other things, ruined by his multiple tunings and his single guitar. He tried to tune up between things. He was a very nervous guy, and it just destroyed his ability to play live. So let's be kind about the tuning. All right. You ready? It's the video for The Cross. The song's called The Cross. It's Sunday morning, so I think it's apropos. There's another thing about this song. The Northern Cross is it's called an asterism. It's something that's not quite a constellation, but could be. It's brighter than the constellation that it's in, which is called Cygnus, the swan, which, like I said earlier, it's associated with Zeus, who took the form of a swan to rape a woman that he wanted to have sex with. So anyway, the thing that made me write this song is that I read that in, I think, the 17th century, when they had better telescopes, they realized that there was a disturbance right in the middle of the cross, of the asterism, and it was red. And it was a supernova. It's still there. It produces a lot of the interference you get when you see snow on television. A lot of that's from these supernovas. That's a huge one. And it was interpreted by a lot of Christians at the time as Christ's blood. So they already had this constellation that was Zeus, and also the cross and Christ's passion. And then there was a bunch of blood pouring out of it. And this is the way we used to interpret the world, and sometimes I think it's better. I don't know. It leads to wars, I suppose, and insanity, but... All right. Let's see.
The signet frames a northern cross. It was the swan that Zeus assumed when he took Lydia by the legs and thrust until the gyres resumed. The signet frames a northern cross, and early stargazers assumed a supernova as the host, a drop of blood that spreads and blooms. The cross.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The same thing I did before. Don't remember this song. Okay.
The cross.
Okay.
The cross. Counts to part and leave the cross. The cackles of the crows grow quiet and yield before the cross. cross. It is an asterism that burns within the fainter swan, and both contained within a third, subtended by a bright blue star. The star that forms the cygnet's peak, the star the Arabs call the tail, part of a celestial form intended to let lovers cross, across, 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 a bridge of light to move across. The magpies coalesce unto a line to let the lovers cross. In Newgrange on the shore to stay, the sun illuminates a cave where elsewhere a few miles away another round of rain admits a single shining ray. And then in turn a third ignites with fire that forms the cygnet's tail and activates across of earth a trap designed to capture birth. Aligning at a certain time to flow the world with silent light until the clouds and crowds depart and leave only the cross, the cross, the cross, the cross, the cross, the cross. As silent as an empty tomb, as violent as a broken jaw, the only part I'm meant to play, the only lines I know by heart, the cross.
Sorry, I broke a nail last night. Well, the day I got my first tattoo was the day I first kissed a lady. I was wise and kept it nondescript, so my tattoo said only baby. The years went by and baby changed. Once or twice my dear heart was broken, or I realized that I could not grow, and my tattoo became an omen. It's alright,
It was a vision of paradise. What's the use? It can't be changed. I rely on my tattoo, die with my tattoo. Still can't let anyone see. I'll wear long sleeves. My second ink is burned in deep. It's the name of my only brother. We were in a storm, our ship went down, and Tyler slipped underwater. Hey, 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 it's alright. I'll only show it off once or twice a night. Stick around, these songs are good. I'm trying to make a living, isn't a killing. I hope you enjoy the show. Hashtag Port Hope. Port Hope Industries is not liable for any injuries that transpired throughout the show. We did our best to save what was salvageable. All resemblances, whether living or dead, are intentional and intended as they stand. They are meant as tattoos to be permanent. It's only love that gets under your skin. Doesn't age well, but nothing ever does. These are all disinfected and government inspected. Any old ID will do. Hashtag tattoo. Get a dragon or an octopus. There's a sail on. Buy a heart to get across, or take nothing and get an ice cream instead.
Sometimes the plane doesn't quite land, but I don't think anyone was hurt in that one. All right, so I think it's time for the captain to take a little break. I'll be back. We don't have any video to cut to, do we? What's on there? Oh yeah, okay. Show the Joe promo if it's on there. Joe's Joanna Newsom songs and Joni Mitchell songs. Two of the greatest musicians to walk the earth. Okay, let's see. Come on, Joe, play for me. How's everybody? Has anybody looked into this Kinder music stuff? Because I think it's quite nefarious. It goes pretty deep in Canadian society. And you see Kinder music on a lot of these houses. And suspect it's like a cult. Kind of seem to behave like Scientology with some of these movie things. Anyway. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I just need to drink. What? It's not there? Oh. Alright, well then play my Martin. Put my Martin up.
Set to the sky. lions free for the sport of the pharaoh. Little while later, the Pharisees dragged a comb through the meadow. Do you remember what they called out to you and me in our window? There is a rusty light on the pines tonight, some corn wine, Lord Romero. Into the bones of the birches and the spires of the churches jut now from the shadow. And the oak and the axe and the old smokestacks and the bale and the barrow. And everything sloped like it was back from a rope in the mouth of the south below. We've seen those mountains kneeling, felting and gray. We thought our very hearts would all melt away from the snow in the nighttime, just going and going, and the stirring of wind chime in the morning, helps me find my way back in from the place where I have been. And Emily, I saw you last night by the river. I dreamed you were skipping little stones across the surface of the water, frowning at the angle where they were lost and slipped under forever. In a mud cloud, mica spangled like the sky beam breathing on a mirror. Anyhow, I sat by your side by the water. You taught me the names of the stars overhead that I wrote down in my ledger. Though all I knew of the road universe were those Pleiades. In December, I promised you I'd set them to verse.
Wow, this is heavy.
I'd always remember that the meaning
Oh, I'm so strong. Oh,
is
God.
the source of the
Sometimes it's harder to
light,
lift
and
things the stronger you are.
just what we see.
Let's see.
And the meteoroid is a stone that's devoid of the fire that propelled it to thee.
And the meteorite's just what causes the light, and the meteor's just
Hard song.
And the meteoroid's a bone thrown from
Teaches
the
you about,
void that lies quiet
astronomy,
behind thee.
however. Nomenclature. All right.
You came
I think we're getting better.
cold
Can people see me? My exertions? Yeah. All right. They need to know that I'm. It's no country for old men. Let's see.
The whole world stopped to hear you holler.
All right, you can shut it down.
You looked down and
I can shut it down.
yeah. What happened?
All right. So I didn't get any letters. I didn't get a time to put put the letters together for today. We get so many of them. I'm sure I'm going to be getting one from my mom about this vape. At least a series of emails when I unblock her. But anyway, so let's see. I love you, Mom. I love you. Maybe all the hostility I just directed. Not the general public. Anyway, okay, so, yeah, so it's a special day today. It's a special day today. The song's called Terminator. It's about, I don't know, I said before, it's about depression, self-destruction. Like, sometimes you feel like you might have something in you that's trying to take you down, and you make bad decisions, and you know that you're doing the wrong thing, but you just do it. Or maybe you have a problem, lashing out at people too much, people that you love. That's what this is about. Maybe you vape when you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Anyway. All right, let's see. Every time, it happens every time, it happens every time, it happens every time. I'm a flag that's at half-mast, she's afraid of breaking glass. Eye of newt and wool of bat, and the essence of darkness. Oh, we made it. She's elated, but I could not care less. Terminator, Terminator, you do get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes, so I can see that you can see that you don't get me. Every time, it happens every time, it happens every time. I say it happens every time. The bar of pain, I am not clean, I clog the drain, I overflow with muddy rain at the slightest provocation. Do you get extra if I bleed? Or do they like their killings clean? Terminator, Terminator, you do get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes, and you can see that I can
see that you don't get me. Terminator, Terminator, You don't get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes so you can see that, you can see that you don't get me.
Love you. All right, that is our drummer. He's a pedal, and he's yellow. He's called Nux, and I still haven't figured out how to use him. Very poorly designed user interface. Okay, what's next on the agenda here? Okay. Yes. I see. Okay. All right. So, I don't know if people like, if people other than me like this song or not, but, this is Parkside Drive. It's, so there's a park, everybody who's watching this knows this, but people who are watching this, 300 years ago won't know this. We had things called parks, and they were basically areas that you could go and sort of be in a natural space. And before that, there were actually forests, and you could kind of walk in those, and there were animals and things that you could see, living things, other than human beings and computers. And anyway, there was a park behind my house, still there. Probably develop it soon into some kind of real estate, but it's hard to develop, it's very recessed. Anyway, it's this gigantic park. Used to play soccer there. And my parents bought a house there. My dad got a job. My father, who I talked about in the Robin song, got a job at Babcock and Wilcox in Cambridge. My parents moved from London, Ontario, with my brother and I. And I was 7. We moved into Parkside Drive. It's called Parkside because of the park. And lots of kids there. It's sort of like, for Paris, low-income housing. That's a relative term, and it's not. But it has several features of low-income housing that are true of it, just in lesser forms. Anyway, if you really want to see those things, come downtown Brantford. So anyway, Parkside Drive. Go to that park a lot. I love the street. Played hide and go seek there a lot with Scott Edwards, and sometimes Dan would come, Tyler, Kirk Heron, Philip Reed, Michael King. Anyway.
Parkside Drive, Parkside Drive, what the fuck? Do you feast on human blood? Is it better if we self-destruct? Carried off like garbage from some curbside overnight, or to leach into the soil, half affected by the blind. of a life that is eroded or is eroding all the time. Parkside Drive, I seem to have you on my mind. Playing darts in a garage with next door neighbor on the night I returned from California, just alone without my life. Playing darts with Tyler Nathan, he's my brother, he will die. And I'm meeting his friend Terry for the very first time. And it's a beautiful night. Lord, it feels almost just like the old times. And my brother's hands are shaking now from several drugs he takes to stop his imagination from winning a race against what? Well, I just don't know anymore. There's so much I don't understand anymore. Parkside Drive, Parkside Drive, what the hell? Are we slated for destruction as Toronto overtakes the green belt? To be boarded up and bulldozed to make way for coming kings, to be ground into escarpments, carried off by running stream into the watershed of a great grand river. There's a feeling that I get when I walk through that park at night. It's the size of several soccer fields. There's not a lot of light. There's a very deep recession and it sometimes forms a pond. And in the middle there's a drain, and at night there's almost always a fog. I walk through that parkland often when I need some time alone. It is just below my window and a minute from my home. I'm not always sure what drives me, but I never feel alone. When I'm in that park, I never feel alone. Meet me through the fog, through the end along snow. You tell me of a man who you met long ago. like fire, and whose hair shone like wool, and who spoke of a green 'neath the snow. Picked you from the ground long before you were made, and somewhere in your soul there's a word they can say. Listen to this. And now when they call to you, come follow me. Light shines in darkness and begets belief. And light begets light, like the fruit from a tree that gives all those who eat it relief. Like a tree by a river that constantly flows from a place that has never known cold. Covenant, a chosen few, some things just have to be. Promised land, a genocide, some things just have to be. Garden and Gethsemane, some things just have to be done. Promised land, a chosen few, some things just have to be. The Garden and Gethsemane, some things just have to be. Promised land, a genocide, some things just have to be done. Some things just have to be done. Okay. I'm gonna do some knot. What time is it, sweetie? Alright, that's gonna be a pain in the butt to reach in the middle, but alright, here we go. Songs for my lovely wife, Gemma, Giletta, Messina, Rapizo, Puigdellora. Cook, now cook.
She wants to stay in this marriage. She's going to add that to the 8 other names she has. All right. It's a cultural thing. All right, let's see here. So not. Oh. I bought a Paul Zuloff shirt. I don't know, trying to impress Veronica, I don't know. Bought a Paul Zuloff shirt because I'm an artist now, but it doesn't work well with the guitar. Anyway.
When the glories of springtime return to the trees and emerge from the kernels of yesterday's seeds, when the whole earth belongs to the birds and the bees, will you wait for me there at the fork of the stream? Will you wait for me there, filled with joy and with trust, and a blush in your breast, and the soft flow of love, with an anticipation of what is to be, and a gold ring that signifies matrimony? What are the words here? Matrimony will autumn bring a newfound sense of peace. Oh, will.
That's funny. I've never blanked on this song before.
Will we make love until we forget how to speak? Or mostly just feel tired and out of reach? Will the knot that we tied provide us with relief? Or suffocate 'cause we can't stand to hear each other speak? When the warm breath of summer blows in from the trees, when the nights are extended and all are at ease, when even the plowman and bailiff agree, will we walk hand in hand through the festivities? Signet makes way for the bright Pleiades, when our eyesight is failing along with our knees, when we draw up accounts and take inventories, will we fondly remember the fork of the stream? our memories. Preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? The lauder of our memories, preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? Eternity. Preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? Eternity. Lauder of our memories, Gemma. Preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? Eternity. I love you.
Ending for the wife there. Try to atone for my sins. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. What should I play? I want to play SOS, but I gotta find it. So I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm not bound by the constraints of the clock. Let's see. So I won't play SOS right away, but get it ready. I'm going to take the drink. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? It's a Sunday fun day. God, I wish Waterfront Park was open, you know? Port Hope, but you know that you're meant for Port Hope if you spend a lot of your time in a lazy river. Age, non-considering, you know? Me and a bunch of children on inner tubes. That's Port Hope. When you can't get to the ocean, that's what you do. Okay. I just need to find my lyric sheet. Is it there? What's that kind of stapled thing there, huh? SOS, SOS. APB on a lyric sheet. Is it there, sweetie? On the floor? Maybe I can get there quicker. Yeah, it is. Okay, so. That was a misdirect. Let's do it. Okay, you ready? These Paul Zuloff shirts are no good. Paul, I bet Paul could design a better one of these shirts. He's got a lot of ideas.
Lately I've been having dreams of a strange kind. Galleons asleep in the sand. No, I ain't afraid to die. No, it isn't that. No, it's something else. Got me feeling bad. Lately I've been making friends of a strange kind, creatures that glow in the dark, jellyfish made of light, with no need for sun. It's a kind of life I could learn to love. I don't wanna go down with this ship. I was never attached to it. I admit that we sometimes got up to some fun, frequenting bars, seeking women and rum. I did enjoy sunsets, the steam engines thrum, but I never consented to come. I have terrible pain in my back. No, I never quite feel relaxed. I never quite liked the whole leaky at best. I wasn't respected, I was not impressed. I was never considered much more than a guest. I believe I deserve to start over again. Lately I've been spending nights transmitting SOS signals through fog. I'd like another birth, a second chance. I could earn my keep in the Orient. I don't wanna go down to this ship. I do not feel wed to it. Please extricate me, I won't need to pack. I'll sleep with the cargo, I'll eat with the rats. I just do not feel ready to climb up the mast as the water submerges the craft. I'm sending out this SOS. Do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I've jettisoned everything that I believe for icons said to calm the seas. I've traded my wisdom to some island king in hopes that I might find some peace. Tonight I'll leave the deck unmanned in hopes that I might find the land. I only long to hear the sound of a ship that's run aground. I'm seeing throngs of terns and wrens arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. I'm sending out this SOS. Do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I'm seeing throngs of terns and wrens arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. SOS. SOS. Thank you. That was good. Finally, that song has been born. Sometimes you have a song and it doesn't come out of the closet for a while. Well, that one's out. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take a brief break. What? Should I? Or should we do an encore, or what do you think? What time is it? I'm going to go away for 4 minutes, and come back. Okay, everyone? You know, I want to say something about this Joanna Newsom, Joni Mitchell show, because I've been doing, working on some of these Joanna Newsom songs. She's one of my heroes. I'm trying to do shows about my heroes. So pretty soon, L. Ron Hubbard's going to get a show too, by the way. That's all going to be incorporated and folded into this. But I've been working through these songs, and it's incredible. It's incredible, the stuff she does. Never see anybody do it. People don't like her voice. It's a turn off for people, but God, it's beautiful. Anyway, so hopefully we can convince some people. I'm going to do some of those songs and some Joni Mitchell songs, who's a fucking genius, no other way to put it. I'll be back. I only do this because it's in my contract. I'm allowed to take 2 3-minute breaks. Use it or lose it. What's going on?
Into the sky and it and there was a booming above you that night. Black airplanes flew over the sea, and they were low and shifting like beached whale shelled snails as you strained and you squinted to see the retreat of their hairless and blind cavalry. You froze in your sensual, prayed for your poor soul. Sky was a bread roll, soaking in a milk bowl, and when the bread broke, fell and bricks are wet smoke. My sleeping heart woke, and my waking heart spoke. And there was a silence you took to mean something. Run, sing, for alive you will evermore be. And the plague of the greasy
right, I'm going to try to do this song. I don't just remember the lyrics right now. This is a song by the Incredible String Band. It'll probably be aborted, but it's called The Greatest Friend.
The greatest friend I have in life has brought me here to dwell a while among his green, green grass, beside the watery well, the well that made my eyes to see and made my spirit bright. The well that made me thankful so that such a friend could be. Come and talk of all the things we did today. Here and laugh about our funny little ways while we have a few minutes to breathe. And I know that it's time you must leave, but darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute, darling. What am I doing? My darling, come.
Aha, all right, it starts in G. Okay, I'm going to start that again, wrong key, and then we figured it out.
Come and talk of all the things we did today. Here and laugh at all our funny little ways while we have a few minutes to breathe. And I know that it's time you must leave, but darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. Now, a quarter of my life is almost past. Now, I finally come to see myself at last. And I see that the time spent confused was the time that I spent without you. And I feel my heart in blue. But darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da, ba-da-bee-dee-ba-ba-ba-da, da-da-da-da-da. And the doctor says to give him jug band music. It seems to make him feel just fine. And it was Nashville Cats, played clean as country water. It was Nashville Cats, played wild as Mountain Dew. And it was, there are 1,352 guitar pickers in Nashville. My darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. So go and beat your crazy head upon the sky. Go and try to find the fountains in your eyes. I don't know, but what I do know is, what a day for a daydream. All right, I don't know. Let me see. Anything else? Gemma says no, but teach your children this one if you want to fit in. Port Hope theme. If you want to build a castle with a bucket of sand and you don't know how to dig the right moat, Port Hope. In Port Hope. If you want to take a shower but your faucet is broke, if you want to drop an anchor but you got no rope, got a headache or a nagging sore throat, don't isolate within your own boat. Get the vaccine. Import hope in the form of the vaccine. Getting it on the 25th. If you longing for distraction of an eloquent kind, if you were hoping for eloping, but your lover resigned, want to see a shaman do an open mic, or simply hoping to unwind. Just a crazy fucking crew on a lonely island, and lieutenant and a skipper from the Scottish Highlands, and a girl in a bikini almost every second. It's the most fun that is legally allowed on dry land. If you want to love your honey but there ain't no passion, we know 67 methods to induce orgasms. Other offer 84, but they all double count. Some we alone possess the math you can rely on. You can rely upon Port Hope. If you've got a lot of money, then you'll love our casino. German movie lovers will adore our kino. If you want to read the classics but can't find the time, I will do my best to summarize our best text. Support hope, Port Hope. I love you. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for coming out. If you're watching this after Sunday, thanks for watching. Please keep watching. We're going to get better and better, and we're going to spread love. That's all we're going to spread. Mr. Negative, one last thing I'll say. This is a moment of truth. I talked to Gemma yesterday, and I said to her that it's really hard to do this for me because it makes me feel so vulnerable. But what that means is that sometimes, like, I react like by getting really, really scared. You know, just you can close up.
Something good in your life can make you close up, or something good in your life can make you open up. And I've been struggling against closing up, you know. Sometimes you have a talent, it makes you arrogant, it makes you think that you deserve to treat other people poorly, and maybe you're not even that talented, but you think it. But I think I'm just thankful that I have these songs. It came to me really quickly, and committing today to Port Hope's going to be an open port. You know, we're not closed. Anyway, I love all of you. Take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.